Welcome to episode 13 of the weekly debate / discussion show, #shout. I'm Thelonewalker1.
And I'm SteveJones313, and back from his week off, we are rejoined by the producer of Undead Geek Entertainment and the co-host of #Total Marker. Please welcome back Dan, the Geek King Anderson. How you doing?
I'm good.
We've missed him.
He's back.
We have our moral compass.
Yeah, of all the things in the world, I'm a moral compass.
Although we've tried to assure him that we will talk about porn in some description.
Indeed, because it's not fun porn unless Dan's there.
Every week we will be bringing you some of the headlines from around the world and discussing the issues, as well as throwing in some of our own topics that come to our attention, of course.
From ethics to religion, from well-run governments to things that actually exist, we discuss anything and everything, including some of the lesser-known news of the week.
So as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. Let's get the interesting news done.
And the first bit of news I'd like to talk about is GCSEs, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what GCSEs are, you're probably American, or
I gave them
you could be British as well.
I future endeavoured them.
Yeah, basically, the GCSEs is the first fundamental qualification you can have in this country. Your GCSEs in English, Maths, Science are generally what most employers will ask for. They ask for an A to C grade. And the government is planning to scrap them in favour of the old Arcadian system of O-levels. My reply is, get the fuck away from them. Leave the GCSEs the fuck alone. Okay? GCSEs are there. Stop fucking thinking that you can jizz me this shit by fixing stuff by bringing the past back into the situation. It doesn't work. Okay? Just stick to the GCSEs. It will be fine. Okie dokie? Okie dokie.
I know in our school you have two choices. You can either do GCSE or you can do BTEC. Pretty much the same thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't get... I'll say I've got to read up on this more, because at the moment I'm just speaking as quite outrageous. It's outrageous, even though I don't know anything about the facts of the situation. It'd be the perfect person to commentate. But I really got to read in why. Surely they don't think that replacing with O-levels is actually going to fix things. I mean, what is their point? You know, I just don't get what they think this is going to accomplish. Isn't this just going to further confuse the education system?
Maybe, just maybe, to try and make the education system a bit more of a thriller.
Michael Jackson jokes.
Oh,
Bless him. Bless him, he missed
We're back
that.
to Michael Jackson jokes.
Oh, but he's dead. Get
I've
over
done
it.
2.
What was the first one?
ABC.
1, 2, 3. He's ABC. 1, 2, 3. You have been good.
Yo, chill.
I hate you both.
We love you too, Steve.
Anyway,
Michael Jackson fans.
I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. I won't do any more.
that's just set the setup for another one, isn't it?
No.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't understand why they're bringing in O-levels. Maybe it's just a rumour spread around by
I don't really think
PC-feeling people.
I don't really think they should change them. I reckon they should probably just look in the man in the mirror and ask him to change his ways.
Let's back up.
I hope you drown in the cancerous tears of orphaned war children.
Hey, as long as I'm on Earth while I'm doing this. Oh!
So when you let me see that.
Okay.
Anyway, the news.
Yeah,
We're trying to be a serious show.
No, I'm trying to make this a serious show. These two want to do Michael Jackson jokes.
Yeah, we're doing a show, aren't we?
Yeah. Other news of the week, ladies and gentlemen. To be honest with you, I see on this show we like to cover the big, not the big news. We like to cover the lesser known news, and quite frankly, everything's kind of done. I mean, you've got Jimmy Carr, who's a comedian in this country. He's found a way to to avoid paying certain taxes. He feels bad because he got caught. You know. Sorry, he feels bad because he got caught.
Got caught!
David Cameron, head of the Conservative coalition government, has said he's an immoral person. You know, the person who's in charge of this country that still has us in a war, that still takes money off us. You know, basically, trying to help the rich stay rich and the poor become poorer, and then scare the middle class by using the poor.
Tory.
Basically, the news this week isn't even worth fucking commenting on. There is no real lesser-known news of any note. So, with that being said, we're just going to jump straight into whatever we want to talk about. And I want to talk about a rather popular, although probably soon not to be, internet Celebrity.
Personality.
Okay, if you prefer the term personality. His name is Noah Antweiler, known as the Spoonie One. I am a huge fan of the Spoonie Experiment. I love most of his work. I think he has produced some great content. However, recently, while following his suspension, he was suspended from That Guy with the Glasses for, I believe, 4 weeks, which he announced on Twitter. He announced that he also agreed with the decision. It's not necessarily... The details of it aren't stated. I suppose we don't know why. However, he did state at one point that he is no longer allowed to abuse and attack fellow That Guy with the Glasses members and fans, whether it be via Twitter or videos. So that could be, although we're not saying definitely, it could be an indication of why it happened. Now that in itself is quite big. I can't remember a time that Guy with the Glasses actually suspended anyone. I know there was someone who was a part of the site left a long time ago, and it's still considered a bit of a taboo subject. Fair enough, we're not here to talk about that. The suspending the Spoonie One is a big deal. After all, he is the second highest contributor to the revenue of the site. What is surprising, though, is how Spoonie has reacted. Basically, it was last Wednesday night, Thursday morning. The Spoonie One went on...
GMT.
GMT, yes, sorry. He went on what some people could say a breakdown, a tirade, whatever you think it is.
Went off on one.
He compared himself to Hitler.
That ain't good.
No. He seemed to be... he was banging on and on about seeking forgiveness and looking for a harsh punishment, and was trying to earn the apology. Sorry, not the, he was trying to earn the forgiveness of 2 female That Guy with the Glasses members in specifics, who I'm not going to name for the sake of respecting of them. You know, people know of a situation regarding them. I don't want to talk about personally on the show because I don't want to glorify the events that happened, and I wasn't there, so I don't want to comment on something I don't necessarily know too much about. However, shortly after, the Spoonie One jumped into what some people, and one person in particular, described as dick watery, where he went on the attack, and he started attacking people. But his joke was, instead of using swear words, he was going to use Star Wars spin-off titles instead. So why am I bringing this up? Well, my question is, what is the future of the Spoonie One? Now, he also stated in a tweet, now this is paraphrasing, but this is what he said, he doesn't care if he gets fired. He'll still post his videos. He just won't be on That Guy with the Glasses. Fair play.
I'm sure he'll get enough traffic as well.
Yeah, but the question is, will That Guy with the Glasses fire him if it comes down to that?
Well, if they've got no other choice, I don't see why they wouldn't. I know you're saying he's the second biggest revenue guy, but there's other ones on there that opens up the doors for other people.
Well, it comes at an interesting time because...
Maybe a wrestling show.
Yeah, the fourth... we jump on that shit, wouldn't we?
Maybe a wrestling show that could do with some help.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway...
Hashtag talk markup.
Yeah. And, big announcement next week. Tune in. But the Spoonie One, Spoonie One took part in the 4th year anniversary. Mm-hmm. However, That Guy with the Glasses stated that the 4th year anniversary event that we're doing this year was going to be the last of the big anniversary specials.
That's a shame. I enjoy them.
No, you don't.
The ones I've watched, I do.
If you like Suburban Nights, which you were just begging me to turn off, or The Brawl, where you watched it and didn't know who the hell any of them were, or even Kikassia, which you got bored with as we were watching it, which one of them did you enjoy?
The Brawl.
Basically, you just enjoyed people kicking the shit out of each other.
Obviously. You
know what? You should do that. If you just care about people beating the shit out of each other, then you do not want to be wasting your time on That Guy with the Glasses, other anniversary specials. What you should consider yourself with hashtag Total Marco. I'm kidding. But being serious though, right? The Spoonie One, obviously, would therefore no longer be requested or required to appear for, like, say, a 5th year, because there's not going to be a 5th year one, as far as we're aware.
Plans change.
He could do crossovers without permission from That Guy with the Glasses. People are, they're individuals. So That Guy with the Glasses, would they be in a position to say, well, no, we don't want you anymore because you keep breaking these rules and you're bringing a bad rep to our company? Because you got to remember, that Guy with the Glasses, look what happened to Lowcat. Lowcat tried to get interviews with people, but as soon as they found out he was associated with That Guy with the Glasses and Nessus, Disciples of Thumbs by Angry Joe, they rejected him outright. Now that he's abandoned them, he's been able to get on with his own thing. big question: should that guy with glasses fire him if he continues this way?
If it continues, yeah. I mean, I'm going through Twitter, reading all the tweets, even I'm going, dude, calm down.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic. I mean, and again, I'm a massive fan, and I still watch his videos, and I probably still watch his videos after this, because I don't follow Spoony1 for what he says on Twitter. He can be a cunt all he wants on Twitter, fair enough. He's has the right to freedom of speech. If I get sick of reading it, I'll just unfollow him. Everyone has the ability to unfollow a guy that they want to read. But the guy puts out good videos, they're entertaining, I laugh my ass off, they're unfolded, so I watch them. But the big question I have, though, is about that guy with glasses as well, because Doug Walker recently got married. Congratulations. He doesn't listen, but congratulations, Doug.
No, put out there anyway.
Maybe not. It'd be awesome.
Good comment.
It'd be awesome if they did. But with so much change going on right now, when you're coming to a point where some people are probably going to want to move on with their lives. You got the fact that they're not doing a 5th year anniversary. Probably this is the last anniversary special they're doing. You've got people like Spoonie, a big time player, being suspended. A lot of people are saying that a lot of the videos posted by some of the main players, like Kara, the Nostalgia Critic, are starting to get a bit repetitive. The same jokes, just presented in a different way. Is that guy with glasses starting to go downhill? Or has it been going downhill for a while? Or is this just a little flux? Or is it just imaginary? Are they actually just doing really well? It's just, I don't know, maybe the weather gets people. Can it be anything?
I mean, a lot of things always contribute to factors, but the guy with Spoony1 getting suspended, that's not going to affect the show, the program. The individual programs.
Yes.
That's not going to affect anyone. It might help the ones he's offended. It might actually feel, well, I feel a bit better now.
Yeah.
The show might come up a bit. Their shows might get a bit more uprightness. But as far as the quality, though, the quality seems the same.
Yeah.
The shows seem as just as they were, and. They've said right now with the problems that happened in the last one, I believe it was supposed to, that's when most of it kicked off, that they went, it's just too much hassle, people won't get a lot. And now, and by the time it's the 5th year, they'll turn around and go, you know what, let's do one. Things have changed, let's go and do one.
Yeah. I mean, I think they could survive without Spoony1. However, I mean, in a way, maybe, and I hate to say this, maybe it could be a huge positive, because when you find out that Spoony1's no longer associated with your product.
Well, like you said with Lordcat, how he went away, it's the opposite effect. Yeah. They're getting rid of a member because of the reputation he's bringing upon.
And speaking of Lordcat, he recently spoke at a conference where the subject he was given like 9 minutes. This goes how to create your own mafia online, and and what I love about him, basically the stream had about 300 views. When he started, and this is like the conference stream, had about 300 views. When Lordcat went on, it jumped up to about 800. When he left, it dropped back down to about 300 or 400. Right? And he spoke from the heart, but he did it fucking bluntly. He called out certain people for being the dicks that they are, and he just fucking told it New York style. Oh God, I love this man. This man is legendary. This guy, he just tells it as it is. And great news about that. There's a guy who he supports. He did it privately.
Yeah.
The guy got some form of cancer. He lost his wife, lost his children, lost his home. Lost, obviously, medical insurance, all that jazz. So Lordcat took it upon himself in private to pay for him. Paid for his housing and all this stuff. Yeah. He wanted to do something big to show the people at the conference what this community is capable of. So he told the community that he wanted to do a fundraiser, but didn't tell them why, except that he wanted to impress the people at the conference, right? To show them what they can do. If go $100, great. $500, even better. That was their target. Now, secretly, he was going to give this money to this guy. Okay? No matter how much he was given. $3,000. In 12 hours.
No charities would want that sort of thing.
Live.lordcat.com. I'm a member of it. Adam over here is a member of it.
No!
You're still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
We're a member of the Lordcat Mafia. Thelonewalker1, SteveJones313. Go join live.lordcat.com. Trust me.
You must. It's
great. If our show could ever be popular with the Lordcat Mafia, we know we'd be in great company. That's one of our goals. We want to be, not popular because they're the big crowd, but because the Lordcat Mafia are made up of some of the most decent hardworking, caring, passionate people.
And
that you
just
can
downright
meet.
fun guys. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I remember I was off school, quite ill, and I just hopped on, started watching. So it took me 2 minutes to get into a conversation with about 20 of them.
Although there are some individuals that are questionable, like I know, like Kane, who likes to shoot hard drives and piss on his laptop. But they were completely, the cat scared him. That's the story, and he's sticking to it.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, makes
And
loads of fucking sense.
And strawberries. Strawberries on the nipples, but that's more low cat. But trust me, it's awesome. if there's one entertaining thing about Dragon Ball Evolution, it's low cat with strawberries on the nipples.
I never played.
I sense I'm scaring down.
And with and Dan, with that, would you like to talk about
Anything you'd like to discuss, dear boy?
No, I enjoyed the show last week that I missed.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
I
very
have to
much.
say that
Did you like?
I did like.
Did you hit the like button?
I didn't, but I was on my iPad and I wasn't my iPhone and I wasn't tuned in.
Ah, yes.
I wasn't logged in, so I couldn't. I have to say that I'm disappointed in this.
Okay, why?
Disappointed.
The week out off, you start talking about drugs and sex.
Okay, Dan, we'd like to point out that was entirely the fault of that wardrobe there.
It wasn't the fault of the magic order at all.
Actually,
He brought the subject of drugs up, and you brought the subject of sex up.
Well,
uh,
so
So let's just start with the one first.
okay.
Steve,
yes.
marijuana.
Yes, what about marijuana?
I agree with all your points.
That basically it should be legalized.
Yeah, I've said this for years, and you
Yeah.
want a better look at it. Look at Holland.
Okay.
Holland's crime is one of the lowest in Europe, and marijuana is legal there.
But quite frankly, some people
Sorry.
some people could do with just chilling the fuck out.
Exactly.
And if that's how they could do it, also imagine how many people who would suffer from severe stress and they can't get the only help they have is from antidepressants. Imagine if you could turn them from antidepressants to the occasional reader.
Also,
Yeah.
Tommy Chong of the famous Cheech and Chong
Of course.
has said to President Obama in the past week, legalize weed or lose the election.
Interesting.
Not only that, he recently came out and said he'd been ill for the better part of 3 years, and he was self-medicating with marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, and his doctors are surprised because they gave him about 6 months to a year, I believe.
Indeed. In fact, there is an episode of Penn and Teller's Bullshit where I would recommend people actually check out. Yeah, so it's basically Season 2, Episode 4, War on Drugs, and they go into the many arguments on both sides of the equation on that one. Definitely worth checking out. But you agree with... I mean, again, I wouldn't smoke marijuana if it was legal. I'm not interested. I don't want it, myself personally, but I don't see why other people can. I have friends who...
I don't partake in it, and probably wouldn't if it was legal.
Yeah.
Now, you, young man.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dan, for my sins.
You bring up the subject of porn, and you, only thing you can think of is rape man.
What? No, I brought that in as a separate point entirely.
But the reason you brought up porn was because people think it makes you a rapist. I'm not a rapist. I watch a lot more porn than both of you.
I think I made that point, as did
I know.
Adam.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
I only brought Rape Man as the exception to the rule, and even the fact that...
I didn't hear no names mentioned. Come on.
No, and the fact is, usually, although my point was, even though there was a comic called that, it didn't, people aren't suddenly going around raping people because of it.
I know.
Okay, Dan.
There were other things you could have brought up.
Like what?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is some names.
Right, okay. Tory Lane, Layla Starr, Faye Valentine, also known as Faye Regan.
Oh, very good choice.
Right, those are my top 3.
Joy
What?
Black, Lexi Bell, Lisa Rann, Julia Ann, Sienna West, Ricky Rax.
We just do your number 1, and it's one hell of a video.
Actually, here's one for you. James Marie.
Denny Crane.
But nonetheless, I just like the fact I'm off,
Yeah.
and drugs and porn are mentioned. I'm on, and you have no news for me to sit and go boring to.
Because I didn't want to bore you with boring news.
I want my weekly update on dull and boring.
We gave you that last week.
And I want another update.
Right, fine.
But Dad, do you want to be our correspondent for Dull and Boring?
Now I'm going to go to Scotland.
I tell you what, I don't want to cheer you up. right?
We watch porn.
No, well, maybe later, right?
Really, dude?
Not with you, Anne. Not with me. We'll just go make fajitas or something. But
Fajitas!
on hashtag
Audience, I really like fajitas.
on hashtag Total Markout,
Send me fajitas.
we have the hashtag Total Markout quiz.
Ooh, send me fajitas with
Yeah.
power.
And Jisme stole a victory.
He did! He stole my victory!
It's alright,
How about if you had a chance to become a quiz champion?
Still, there is another topic I'd like to do before I had the chance to do that.
What would that be?
You mentioned on your on the end of the last show was your newfound love
My newfound love
of comic books.
of comic.
Yes, this is all thanks to this gentleman right here, who let me read Justice League and Batman, and I spent a good half hour to an hour reading them.
Oh dear, I commit the cardinal sin.
What did she do?
I mentioned comic books with the king of comic books not being here.
Okay, dude, I mentioned porn when he wasn't here, but that's low even for you.
You didn't stop me.
Your new love of comic books.
Yes, yes, sire.
I mean, I know that your favourite hero was Batman.
Yes.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, thank you.
But who's your favourite hero?
Batman.
Once again. But you haven't branched out. None of you have branched out.
Actually,
I like the
So-
Green Lantern.
actually, no.
Favourite hero of all time you have is Batman.
Yeah.
Question.
And your favourite DC is Batman.
Well, my second, I was going to say a question.
Exactly.
Beyond that, it's
Okay.
is he? What was it, Doctor Destiny or something like that?
My
Dr.
third's
Fate.
Doctor Fate.
My
is where
third's
it's from.
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. That's a very good one.
Next
So
one.
there's very little Green Arrow there.
After that, it's Vigilante.
Okay, you going to see one?
Sir, if you want to continue watching the glorious and my pleasure screen, you'll be careful what you say about Mr. Clint Eastwood.
What about Marvel? What do you enjoy reading from Marvel?
Charles Xavier is my ultimate favourite, followed by Wolverine. Beyond that, it's probably
Jazz drum solo.
Good job.
Jean
Not
Grey.
that jazz.
Jean Grey, just because the whole Phoenix thing.
Damn!
I know I'm not trying to do Ron
I
Simmons,
know.
just
Damn!
I like redheads. Sam.
I know, I do.
You know redheads.
I know, dude.
I like him.
Yeah, I know.
I like him.
Unlike that guy.
At the job centre.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I know.
I don't like him though.
Audience, the faces they are pulling, I'm actually quite scared.
Just chill, right, dude. Just chill, right?
Send me
Right.
fajitas.
Right, here's the thing.
Stage Keeler,
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Right, there. Your favourite Marvel heroes?
Wolverine.
Honestly, always Wolverine.
Wolverine's freaking awesome.
No, but still, it's always Wolverine.
Wolverine. I don't have that many Marvel favourites.
Then read more!
Jesus. Dude, you gotta remember, I was brought up with DC.
Yes, and you soon shall be learning more if you want to work in a
I-
comic book store.
Iron Man is alright. I like Iron Man.
Okay, where is it?
Not my favourite, but I like him. Of course, you've got Hulk, Thor. Never liked Captain America though. Captain America, no.
Which is an interesting one, because
Well,
in my hands I have the Civil War graphic novel from Marvel Comics, where the Superhuman Registration Act is brought in,
Yes.
and we have the War of Superheroes.
It's basically Captain Planet's team versus Tony Stark's team. I.e.
Yeah.
the fucking
Captain-
government.
Captain Planet.
That'd be Captain America, man.
What?
Captain
America.
Planet was the guy who had harp and stuff like that.
America thinks it's the
So I
planet.
shall now.
America thinks it's the planet, therefore Captain America could be considered
But-
the planet.
It is wrong. England is.
Yeah, but the Americans think.
A bro loves his country unless
Oh.
that country's America.
We shall. I shall pass this to you,
Okay.
Mini Funk,
Yes.
and you will read that, and I guarantee. Not now. You got a quiz.
Oh
to do.
yeah. Okay, Adam, you've kind of got a show to do. Comments.
And I guarantee that your views will change drastically.
Whoa! I opened it. I opened up. the next
Okay.
page.
So Dan has set the task of Adam for reading the comic.
Challenge accepted.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Pardon me.
Boom!
now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for.
Time to play the game.
It's time to play the game.
It's time to play the game.
Basically, on hashtag Thelonewalker, our fortnightly wrestling show,
It's
we
gonna be there,
have
it's
a
gonna be
hashtag Thelonewalker quiz, which Eric Von Gisby is able to get a
there.
win.
Big news!
Was able to get a win over Dan,
Bastard!
the first ever hashtag Thelonewalker quiz champion. But this is the debut of the new monthly, the new monthly segment, the hashtag shout, which is the hashtag shout quiz. Now, the the hashtag shout quiz works this way. Dan and Adam will go head to head in a series of rounds filled with questions, and we'll be doing this a little bit like Mastermind. The first round will be a specialised round, followed by the next round being a specialised round for the next player.
Okay.
We'll have a general knowledge round specifically for one player, a general knowledge round specifically for another, and then the last round will be a buzz-in round. Okay? Now,
Can my buzzer be phrase a prostitute called Beth?
yes, we'll get to the buzzers at the end.
Was it? Okay.
Now, how this is how it's going to work, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. What we're going to do is I'm going to start with Adam. We're going to do we're going to do a specialised topic first,
Oh, no.
and then we're going to be going to Dan for your specialised topics.
Yay.
Then back to you, Adam, for general knowledge.
Okay.
Then Dan, you net general knowledge. And then the last round will be the quick fire round, in which we will hear your buzzers and all this jazz.
Is this when we should we have a spotlight going down and the music playing?
If I owned a spotlight, I would do that, but I don't have a spotlight. However, we will have a special musical theme, which you will hear here.
Well, we were here.
Yes, you will hear it here.
I missed the first part.
Yeah. If you don't stop that, you will be fired.
It's my show as well, dude.
It just means I'll kick you in the balls.
Ah, well, I'll kick you in the chin.
Anyway,
see you.
Hello, Dan.
now,
I see you
This man is wearing a belt on his face.
I can't edit this much douchebaggery out of the show.
Keep the douchebaggery. It's all nice and
Now-
warm. Of course.
You will have... right, there are 12 questions in each round.
Yes.
You will have 30 seconds to
He's
answer.
got on his phone.
I put my iPod down.
You will have 30 seconds to answer each question.
Okay.
Okay? So 30 questions... So 30 seconds per question.
Okay.
So not 30 seconds per round. Okay? Now, Adam,
Yes.
you're going first.
Okay.
Because you are the co-producer,
Yes.
and that's how it works. Are you... basically, if you get any questions wrong,
Uh-huh.
okay, Dan will have the chance to capitalise.
I thought we were
Okay?
just going, Dad will slap you in the face.
Now, Dan will have the chance to capitalise should you be
Not allowed to.
unable to answer a question correctly. However, if you pass on a question, I will
Uh-huh.
give you one more chance to answer it once I've gone through all the questions, okay?
Okay.
And that should be keeping the score. So, are you ready, Adam?
Vaguely, yes.
And here we go. Full name,
Adam Richard Leo Caulfield,
your occupation,
co-owner of this, writer, and student.
and
And
your
part-time
specialist subject, as far as you can say.
TBC.
Okay. I am not a bro, so I can say it. The bro code. I'm not a bro. I'm a gentleman. And your time. So your first question,
No.
Adam. The timer starts from when I finish asking the question.
Okay.
So you may take the full 30 seconds. You may take at least 29 seconds to think about your answer.
Okay.
Make sure you answer. You ready?
Yep.
Question number 1. According to Article 29 of the Bro Code, after what time of day may bros not see a movie together?
4 p.m.
That's incorrect. Question number 2. What is the only exception that will allow a bro to wear his cell phone on a belt clip?
If he has kids.
That is correct. Next question. Which number article states that a bro never cries?
Oh. Bugger a goose.
Remember, you have the option to pass if required.
49.
Incorrect. Your next question. Question number 4. What is
He hit himself with the belt.
what is Article 12 of the Bro Code?
Article 12. Jesus, I probably should have read it. Revised
That would have helped.
it.
20 seconds.
I don't know. Bros don't share a dessert.
Correct.
What?
Motherfucker.
Guess of the fucking century.
Question number 5. Which of these codes comes first? A bro never wears pink, or a bro never rents a chick flick?
A bro never rents a chick flick.
Correct.
I have a question. If the chick flick will help the bro eventually get laid, does that allow it?
Yes, that's an exception, I believe.
Cool.
Question number 6. According to Article 96, What must bros attempt to do at least once a year?
At least once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Does that go on specific dates?
Incorrect. Question number 7. What is the very last article, as in what is the actual article, not the number? What is the actual article of the bro code? The last article.
No sex with your bros X, Article 150.
That's correct.
Yeah, I wonder why I know that one.
Question number 8. If your bro of 18 months is in jail, what is the maximum amount you can be expected to pay as bail before deemed crazy expensive?
Hang on. Is it?
I can't tell you.
It's in dollars, by the way.
Okay, hang on. $1,800?
Incorrect. Number 9.
I'm gonna hit him with something.
What is
Maybe not.
Rochambeau?
It's rock, paper, scissors for bros.
That's correct.
All Big Bang Theory, rock, paper, scissors.
Question 10. If you've ordered 3 pizzas, how many bros, including yourself, maximum must there be in the house? 6, 7, or 8?
I hope you know I'm going to kill you.
It's multiple choice. 6, 7, or 8. What's the maximum number of people, including yourself, that there must be if you've ordered 3 pizzas?
7.
That's incorrect. Question number 11. At what age may a bro allow another bro to marry?
30.
That's correct.
Woo!
Last question for yourself, Adam. Barring the one exception, what is the maximum number of bros a bro may bring with him to the pie?
2.
Correct. Okay, Dan,
Yo.
you have a chance to steal some of these. Are you ready?
You-
The first question you get to see, you have the option of, so you have the chance to steal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. According to Article 29 of the Bro Code, after what time of day may bros not see a movie together?
5 o'clock.
Incorrect. The answer was 4:40.
Damn it!
I was 40 minutes off.
I was 20
Exactly.
minutes off.
So you were wrong.
I was 20 minutes off.
Still, I'm just saying, it annoys me the fact that I was only 40 minutes off.
Dan, which number article states that a bro never cries?
31.
Incorrect. 41.
Damn it!
Dan, according to Article 96, what must bros attempt to do at least once a year?
Ski.
Incorrect. Go camping or at least start a fire outside.
Damn it.
Next question. If your bro of 18 months is in jail, what's the maximum amount you could be expected to pay as bail before deemed crazy expensive?
$150.
That's correct. If you've ordered 3 pizzas, how many bros, including yourself, maximum must there be in the house? 6 or 8?
6.
Incorrect. It was 8. Okay.
I was just thinking, a pizza each. I got 1.
Yeah. So at the end of that, Adam scored 7, and Dan, you scored 1. So congrats on that.
Deal.
Yeah.
Although he's not here right now.
Yeah, Adam has gone out of the room for a moment because he's so professional. So Dan, up next are your questions.
Okay.
Now again, you got 12 questions, all
Okay.
situated on your specialised subject. So before we begin, your full name,
Dan the Geek King Adamson.
your occupation,
Geek King.
and your specialised
Sorry,
subject.
I'll say it in English. Geek King.
And your specialised subject is
The X-Men trilogy films.
okay. X-Men trilogy, 30 seconds per question, 12 questions, starting from now. In what year was Magneto separated from his parents in Poland?
1944.
That is correct. Question number 2. In the start of X2, what did Xavier say was never humanity's defining attribute?
Conflict.
Incorrect. Question number 3. How does Wolverine light his cigar in the beginning of the 3rd X-Men movie?
On the explosion from the Sentinel head in the danger room.
Incorrect. Question number 4. When Wolverine tried to convince Rogue to go back to Xavier's school, he said, "Want to give these what one more chance?"
Do-gooders.
Incorrect.
Oh.
It's alright, I have no idea what any of these are, man.
Question number 5. What is the name of the facility according to the sign Wolverine visits at the beginning of X2?
Alkaline Lake.
That's correct. Question number 6. What famous landmark is used as the base of operations for the Mutant Cure program?
Alcatraz prison in San Francisco.
That is absolutely correct, Dan. Question number 7. According to Storm, what happens to a toad when struck by lightning?
Fuck. I need the punchline. Same as everything else.
That's correct. Question number 8. What did Xavier threaten to do to Wolverine if he continued to smoke in the Cerebro room?
Make him think he was a young girl. He didn't even have Jean Grey braided hair.
That's correct. 6-year-old girl to be precise. Question number 9. Who is the first mutant in the third X-Men movie to experience the mutant gene suppression power of the boy?
Beast.
That's correct. Question number 10. What is the name of the senator in the first X-Men movie that is campaigning against the mutants?
Robert Kelly.
That's correct. You even got the first name. I'm impressed. Question 11. After the X-Men's jet was hit by a missile, which mutant was flung from it before saved by Nightwing?
Nightcrawler, you mean?
Nightcrawler, I mean, yes.
It's Rogue.
That's correct. Last question of this round, Dan. What were Jean Grey's last words?
In character or the monologue?
Her dying words as she spoke to Wolverine.
Tell Scott I love him?
No, because Scott was dead at that point.
Oh, that one. Fuck. I went for X2 rather than Trilogy.
Yep.
I actually know what the fuck is that.
So, Dan, obviously, so before we get to Adam's chances, Dan, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 point more than Adam, but Adam, you have a chance to steal. Are you ready, Adam?
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Okay. In the start,
That's alright, I'm going to mess up.
in the start of X-Men 2, or X2, what did Xavier say was never humanity's defining attribute?
Honor.
No, sharing the world.
Yeah.
Question 3 in this one. How does Wolverine light a cigar at the beginning of the third X-Men movie?
By setting his beard on fire.
Off a fire in a danger room.
With a burning car.
Yeah.
Question 4. When Wolverine tried to convince Rogue to go back to Xavier's school, he said, want to give these, what, one more chance?
Freaks.
Geeks.
Yep.
Last question. What were Jean Grey's last words?
I buried the treasure, Ed.
No.
Thank
Dan?
you, Logan.
No. Save me.
She says thank you, Logan, with Logan in it, though. Bastards.
So, but, however, the total score so far, Adam, you have 7. Dan, you have 9.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, it's a 2-point lead so far. Right, so we move on to our next round, which is general knowledge. Adam, these are specifically your general knowledge questions. Again, 30 seconds per question. You have the chance to pass, which means once you go through all the questions, you can go back to the question you passed on. Any questions wrong, Dan has the chance to steal.
Okay.
Okay. 12 questions. Question 1 starting now. Question number 1, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Which popular children's TV characters live on Home Hill?
The Wombles.
Incorrect.
Teletubbies?
Dude,
Sorry.
you have one answer.
Which animal has a tail called a brush?
Fox.
Correct.
Do you know why I know that? That's a brush.
Boom, boom.
That's a brush.
And that's a brush quote.
Doom.
Question 3. Which is the longer collection of books? The Old Testament or the New Testament?
Old Testament.
Correct. Question number
That just looks wrong, Dad. Just looks wrong.
Question number 4. Which king married 3 Catherines, 2 Annes, and a Jane?
Henry VIII.
That's correct.
Ow.
Question number 5. Which Christmas song was released by the 12 finalists of the 2003 Pop Idol TV contest in the UK?
Was it So It Is Merry Christmas?
No, it wasn't, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Question number 6. What is the official language of the Netherlands?
Dutch.
Correct.
The one thing Jason isn't.
Question number 7. What is the national flower of Scotland?
Shamrock.
No.
What? Like how you're laughing at me, you could have felt on your head.
What gas makes up most of the atmosphere?
Nitrogen?
Correct.
I'm wrong.
Question number 9.
What's so funny?
Question number 9. Who replaced Bill Clinton as president of the United States?
Oh, hang on. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I can hang on for about 20 seconds.
I think I've got this in the wrong order, but I'll go with it anyway. Richard Nixon.
No!
Richard Nixon. I don't know the order. Of
Bill Clinton, man. Bill Clinton.
Dude!
No. Who replaced Bill Clinton, right? I'm just reiterating the fact that I'm talking about Bill Clinton.
I know.
I'm not giving it...
I do now. I do.
Next question, please.
Question number 10. What does the word love mean in tennis?
Nil. Like
Correct.
10, 10 nil.
8.
Question 11. The sitcom Bread and the soap opera Brookside were both set in which English city?
Birmingham.
No. And last question, Adam. Which T word is the name for a bird of prey's claws?
Talons.
Is correct. Now,
I actually knew something.
Adam, in that round you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions correctly.
I'll be consistent at least.
So Dan,
Yo.
your chance to steal.
Yo.
You got a chance to steal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Are you ready? So, question number 1. Which popular children's TV characters live on Home Hill?
Teletubbies.
That's correct. Question number 5. Which Christmas song was released by the 12th finalists of the 2003 Pop Idol TV contest in the UK?
All I Want for Christmas?
No, Happy Christmas, War is Over.
Really? In all 3?
See, I was thinking about that and I went, no, because that would just be annoying.
Feed
What?
the
Question-
scouse.
Question 7. What is the national flower of Scotland?
It's the thistle.
That's correct.
Not the shamrock, which would, even if it was, it'd be Ireland.
Yeah, but the thing was, there's
Question-
a pub here called the Royal
Question number
Shamrock
9.
Thistle.
Who replaced Bill Clinton as President of the United States?
We're Bill Clinton.
Bill-
George W. Bush.
That's correct. It was George W. Bush.
Richard Nixon was in the fucking 70s.
Imagine right back at Christmas just
Last question was question 11. The sitcom Bread and the soap opera Brookside were both set in which English city?
Fucking Liverpool.
Correct. So Dan, you were able to steal
the
4.
jobbers hit the
There.
floor. Feed me.
Right, so Dan, this is now your general knowledge round.
I keep forgetting it. Shout got thought of that.
Yeah.
So Dan, this is now your general knowledge round. Are you ready? Remember, these are level 1 question. So, this just means you've got the same level of difficulty as Adam.
I don't know, it's just the way you're saying
It
it.
also means we have the same level of simplicity.
30 seconds for each question, 12
Simple,
questions. Pass, and it means you can come back to it. Get it wrong, Adam has a chance to steal it at the end of the round. 3, 2, 1. Question number 1. What is the name of the cowboy in the Toy Story movies?
Woody.
That's correct. Question number 2. If the male is a bull and the female is a cow, then what is the young called?
Calf.
That's correct. Question number 3. In a popular fairy tale, what is the name of Gretel's brother?
Hansel.
That's correct. Question number 4. In which mythology is Zeus the king of the gods?
Greek.
That's correct. Question number 5. Which boy band teamed with Elton John on the hit Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word?
I hate the fact I know it's blue.
Correct. I hated myself as well. Question 6. What does the E stand for in email?
Electronic.
That's correct. Question number 7. In which ocean do the British Isles lie?
The Atlantic.
Correct. Question number 8. What is the chemical symbol for water?
H2O.
That's correct. Question number 9. Who directed the movies E.T. and Jurassic Park?
Steven
That's
Spielberg.
correct. Question number 10. Oops, sorry. Question number 10. Which C word means a golfer's assistant?
Caddy.
That's correct. Question number 11. Who does Robbie Coltrane play in the Harry Potter movies?
Hagrid.
That's correct. And question number 12. Which animal rears its young in a dray?
The Drey.
A dray. D-R-E-Y.
Otters.
No. Now, Adam, you have a chance to steal one question here.
Okay.
Which animal rears its young in a dray?
Duck.
No, the answer is
Squirrel. Point.
So, Dan, you got 11 points in that round.
And you
So,
fucked me in that last one.
now, believe it or not, the last round could decide any of you as the winner. So the last round is the absolute general knowledge quick fire round. In this one, there will be no timer on the questions. It'll be a simple case of buzzing in. Okay? So, Dan, bearing in mind the microphone is just there. Could you give us your buzzer, please?
Boom!
And Adam, what's your buzzer? Okay.
I like that.
Now,
It's better than a hashtag. Much better than a hashtag.
are you ready?
Hang on. It seems to be working.
Boom! Boom!
Right, are you ready?
Not
Question
working.
1.
This is working, mine's not.
Hang on. I tried.
Boom!
There we go. See?
12 questions. All general knowledge. Starting in 3, 2, 1. In which century was the Great Fire of London?
Boom!
Boom has it.
17th.
Correct. Question number 2. Which musical instrument is the national emblem of Ireland? Yes?
Fiddle?
No.
Boom!
Yes?
Bagpipe.
Nope. And open again.
Boom!
Boom has it.
Flute.
Nope. Yeah.
I don't know, banjo?
Nope.
Boom!
Yes.
Drums.
Nope. Yeah.
Piccolo.
No, I've got. Any more guesses?
I think you should take it off the table here.
Anybody?
Wesley.
Unfortunately, the answer is harp.
Ah, yeah, the Guinness.
Yeah, because so many drunk people play harps. Well,
Islanders is just full of drunk people, you racist.
That's
It's
xenophobia.
us.
That's more xenophobia than it is racism.
I do apologise. Irish people are lovely.
Question number
This is
3.
mental.
Is the cross of St. George red, blue, or white? Boom has it.
Red.
That's correct. What? On which continent is Kenya?
Boom!
Yeah, has it.
Africa.
That's correct.
You said that as if you weren't quite sure.
Question number 5.
You wait.
Question 5.
Continue.
Which god of war gave his name to the red planet? Right?
Mars.
Yep. Question 6. Which member of the pop group The Police co-founded the
Boom!
Yes.
Sting.
Correct.
Well, no one can remember the names of the other ones.
Question 7. The prefix quad refers to which number?
Boom!
Boom.
4.
Correct. Question number 8. Which birds are the pet name for Sheffield Wednesday?
Boom!
Yes.
Owls.
Correct. Question number 9. Which cartoon mouse was the fastest in Olympics?
Boom!
Has it?
Speedy Gonzalez.
Correct.
Oh, Holmes!
There's a bit of where I
That's a
was about to say Jerry.
That's a cool Holmes!
Question 10.
Speedy Gonzalez!
Which four-letter word means a male fowl? Sorry. F-O-L. But
Don't actually know. Goat.
no. No. Which four-letter word means a male foal?
Boom!
Boom.
Bull.
No. Any more guesses?
Boom!
Boom.
Fuck.
No. Yes.
Ball.
No. The answer is cult.
Mitsubishi.
Question
Cabana?
Cult liquor. Question 11. What was stolen by Tom the Piper's son? Oh,
That a pig. He stole a pig.
he stole a pig.
I stole a pig for the. Wow, okay, 5 points. Got
Last
it.
question. Last question. In which South American mountain range did the Incas live?
Boom!
Boom.
The Andes.
That's correct, Dan. In that,
I think he's won, to be
Adam?
fair. But,
you have 18 points.
aye. Dan's got 12.
You have
105.
29 points.
Yes! Give me my title!
Therefore,
Yes, baby! Yes! I'm a king! I'm a king! I'm the greatest that ever lived! I'm a king!
the winner of the first ever #shout quiz in the Boo!
Yes, baby!
#shout
The best of the worst!
quiz champion, Dan, the Geek King, Adamson!
I'm a king! You want me to be I'm the best! I'm the greatest that ever lived! I'm a king!
Right, Adam.
Yes.
As
Tweet of the week!
Adam, before we do Tweets of the Week,
Oh,
you have now a choice as the runner-up.
you got me all shouting.
You have 2 choices.
Okay.
1. Next month, you can challenge Dan for the #shout quiz championship.
Uh-huh.
Or next month, you can play the host of the show, therefore allowing me to challenge for the title. It is your choice. And you have 30 seconds to decide.
I'm gonna host it, mother truckers.
So next month it will be Dan the Geek King Adamson
I'm gonna find your questions and I'm gonna screw you up.
versus me. The me, people. The STVE. Going down.
Yes. Yes.
I'm the number one! I'm the king!
Steve,
Ain't nobody better than me!
Steve, I think you just spelled your name wrong.
I said STEVE.
I thought you said STVE. I was going to go. Hang on. What?
Steph.
Yeah. You are Steve Corfield. You're Steve Ross Flatman.
They gonna beat me. Don't gonna beat me, I'm number one!
I will beat you.
Oh yeah!
And I will be the new champion.
That will be the special guest referee.
So now it's time for
Tweets of the week!
Tweets of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have 3 tweets for you this week.
Are you from George Carlin again?
No, they are not. I managed to avoid George Carlin's tweets. Yes, I got some new ones. The ones that aren't from the legendary George Carlin. I don't know why I complain in a mind like his.
It's
Anywho.
supposed to be tweets of the week, not George Carlin's favourite.
Anywho. The first tweet this week comes from @TheRock. It said this: success isn't about effort, but how much of it you're consistently willing to give.
It says the multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Yes. This next one
God,
is...
he's such a twat.
Well,
Fuck you, Rock. Fuck you and everything you stand for. And fuck you, Jisme. Just because we can.
This,
Not like that.
this next one is a quote from @Wikipedia. Never trust a man who, when left alone in a room with a tea cosy, doesn't try it on, and that's from Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
And today's
Yeah, neither have I, but it's really fun.
Today's final one comes from @CM Punk. Haters are my favourite. I built an empire with the bricks that they've thrown at me. So do you know what? Just keep on hating.
Do you know what those were?
Tweets of the week.
No, that reads.
I'm sorry they weren't about porn and drugs, Dad. I'll try better next time.
I don't know how the word. You follow me on Twitter.
Alcohol.
If you feel like posting about porn and marijuana on Twitter, I will gladly use them as my tweets of the week.
How dare you? My father and my mother follow me.
That must get awkward.
No, not really.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a rather interesting episode of the show.
I win!
We crowned the new #shout champion.
I'm the first ever. I'm the undisputed.
Well, it's not necessarily you because I dispute it.
Well, you can't.
I can because
I
I'm going to
won.
challenge you next month.
I won.
But I'm going to challenge you next month.
I still won.
That may be so, dude, but in 4 weeks. That is on, that would be July 21st. You and me are going to go toe-to-toe.
Hey, what's today's date?
Oh, sorry, you also.
We record on a Thursday, we broadcast on Saturday.
Fair enough.
So you want to step in the ring with the Geek King?
Yes, I do.
Big mistake. I'm your little brother.
Yes.
You got embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed.
Annihilators.
I'm not embarrassed.
What was his specialised subject?
The bro code.
What do you know? The bro code?
I know a bit about the bro code.
So you knew a bit about his specialised subject?
Yeah.
Who's to say you'll know anything about mine?
Well, you probably won't. There's probably some like operatic singing.
You just think my life is all
The
about
audience.
opera.
This is just between you and me. I'm not embarrassed. What he's won is a small plastic belt.
I'm a teddy bear, former Prime Minister of Great Britain.
I'm good.
Adam is doing a fantastic impression of me. I want you to know that. Can't you tell what I'm trying to tell you people? I love you.
I'm going to now.
I'm not embarrassed. No one embarrasses me.
I'm going to speak like Severus Snape now. Hello, I'm Severus.
And you know what I think we need?
Shameless
to
plug.
heighten the mood of the
You
show.
lost!
You know what?
Loser!
You know, Adam, I know you're sad.
I'm not sad!
Okay, I know we're wanting to pretend that you're sad.
Loser!
So when we're pretending that you're sad, you know what we like to pretend to do? To pretend to make him feel better, though you're pretending to be sad. When you're not pretending to be sad, we're pretending that you're sad.
Pretend to explain what in the hell you just said?
I could never pretend that. I'm like an actor. What we can do is sell some fantastic #shout merchandise.
Indeed we could!
You can go to cafepress.com/SteveJones313 and buy some fantastic #shout gear from mugs and t-shirts and the like. You can also purchase my stuff there, but there will be more #shout gear coming very soon.
And if you want to, buy some fajitas, send them to us. We will gladly eat the fajitas. And if you put marijuana in them, you can legally sneak them back.
You know what I said? I wanted this to be taken as a professional show.
Yes.
You realize that means being professional.
Professional shows get fajitas sent in.
Losers!
Dad, I swear to by Jesus!
You can follow...
It's like Jesus, but
You
bazinga!
can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/shout the show. You can follow our resident artist at Cannonball, that is CANNONBAWL.deviantart.com. Of course, links will be in the description. You can follow Adam at
The loser!
I will kick you in your face!
at
won't.
Thelonewalker1, that is the Lone Walker and the number 1.
Indeed!
That is at THEMOS.
Did you almost spell loser wrong?
No.
You can follow the new and reigning and next month defending #shout quiz champion down the Geek Mountain at Geek King. That is GEEK Number 3, K_King. That's on Twitter. You can
Winner!
follow me, the number 1 contender for that title, at SteveJones313. That is Steve Jones. Number 1, number 3.
I'm going to punch him.
Next week's shout, ladies and gentlemen, next week's shout will be on June 30th, the last Saturday, in fact, the very last day of June, and we'll probably be discussing Dan's win. He'll probably be gloating a bit more.
Taking the mick out of me, of course.
We'll be bringing you some headlines from around the world that nobody else really is paying attention to, and of course, more fecking arguments, and maybe we'll have a special guest.
And you'll be making fun of me.
Knows? I might be bringing a special guest to the show next
You
week.
do realise you can't take that with you, Dad. It does.
But by the way, seeing as this show, if you're a fan of wrestling and you aren't already listening to us, tune in next Saturday not only to hashtag shout, but to hashtag Total Markout, the fortnightly wrestling show, because next week
Big announcement!
we're making a big announcement. Can you
I'm
guess
going
what
to hit you with that belt.
Can you guess what it is?
Can you tell what it is yet?
Adam, say goodbye.
Loser!
Goodbye.
Dan, say goodbye.
Oh.
I win! Peace!
And I'm saying goodbye myself. So from Thelonewalker1 and Caulfield, from the Geek King Dan Anderson, and from Stephen Caulfield, that is SteveJones313, it is our sad duty to say farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, parting such sweet sorrow. And tune in next week for hashtag
Shout!